What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and the absolute state of Disney Star Wars. We just got news that nobody wanted to hear, and it is just the culmination of a week of terrible things happening to Lucasfilm and Disney Star Wars. And it is, of course, their own making. After the backlash that occurred when they fired Gina Carano for her political opinions, canceled Disney Plus trending #1 for a day. Then they have a failed virtue signal when they try to use Finn, the character that they destroyed and shrank because of the color of his skin. They tried to use him to virtue signal. Then, of course, there's these rumors swirling about Pedro Pascal, potential problems with the future of the Mandalorian. But now, this is the news that is the icing on the cake, the last nail in the coffin. Rian Johnson's trilogy is still happening. Yes, the fabled trilogy that everybody thought was a joke, that, they'd probably just canceled it, but no one's actually said anything about it because it would be embarrassing. Well, Rian Johnson said something about it. Not himself, but through a reporter after an interview that he did. Rian Johnson's trilogy is still a go. And if that doesn't tell you that Lucasfilm is exactly who we thought they have been this entire time, I don't know what you're thinking. Now look at this statement. This is from Soraya Wilson. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I guess it could be Sarah spelled a funny way. Sarah Wilson, in her bio, she's not verified, she has 4,000 followers. She works for USA Today, evidently, but she is a fairly prolific author. At least she's done a lot. This is her website, and when you look at the books, I think she's probably got like 20 or so books that she has out there. She is a bestseller, so take that for what you will. Looks like mostly romance stuff. Don't know exactly why she was interviewing Rian Johnson, but she did. This isn't a troll. There's proof that she was talking to him just before this, so here you go. I'm just going to post this now because I can see that I'm going to get a lot of requests. Yes, Rian's Star Wars trilogy is still on. No dates or timelines because he has other projects going on, but it is happening. That's all I know about it. So let's hear it again. That one sentence that matters. Yes, Rian's Star Wars trilogy is still on. That should tell you everything we need to know about Lucasfilm. Everything you need to know. If you think that Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have any control, or that if you believe the people that are telling you that Kathleen Kennedy's actively trying to subvert Jon Favreau, and Jon Favreau's actively trying to subvert her, if this isn't a clear indicator, that's all just absolute garbage and wrong. If Gina Carano being fired didn't tell you that, if Pablo Hidalgo coming out and attacking fans over the return of Luke Skywalker, if that didn't tell you that this is very much still Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm, and the people that work there are working for her, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni in lockstep, then I don't know what does. This is the future of Star Wars. Firing people for their political opinions and giving 3 more movies to a dude who completely divided the Star Wars franchise and did permanent damage with Rian Johnson. No normal people want a Rian Johnson trilogy. I guarantee you that. No dates or timelines because he has other projects going on. Holy cow. And if you want, like I said, there's plenty of proof. Right after she tweeted that, Rian Johnson did follow her. You might think, well, that's just a troll from Rian Johnson to try to do this. Okay, maybe that's what makes sense. But she also talked to Daisy Ridley just before that. We'll get into the Daisy Ridley comments, but here it is. I'm still grinning. She is on a Zoom call with Rian Johnson. Look at that old-ass computer that Rian Johnson has back there. But yeah, this is real. This is not a joke. This is actually what happened. She is being legitimate when she says that. Now, it did come from Rian Johnson. I will say that. It doesn't come from a Lucasfilm source. It comes from Rian Johnson. So when asked about it, he was probably like, oh yeah, my trilogy's still happening. But the fact that he's even allowed to say that, that he even can say that they haven't told him definitively it's not happening is crazy. Is there some kind of contract that they're under obligation for? Like, what is how have you not told this dude he does not get 3 more movies? Rian Johnson's trilogy is still happening. Rian Johnson, I thought this was pretty good. The year's 2042, and although Disney hasn't confirmed anything, the Rian Johnson trilogy is still happening with this picture, which is pretty good. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they'll just never say anything about it. But for Rian Johnson himself to tell a reporter, to tell in an interview, yes, my trilogy is still on. And now what happens? You knew what would happen as soon as he said that, as soon as he followed her, all this attention. Now the media is just all over it, this reciprocal cycle. Now this is the headline for Star Wars. So another part of me asks, originally I was thinking, was this like planned? Did Lucasfilm want him to say something about this to get all of the attention away from all the other terrible things that they are doing? The firing of Gina Carano for her political opinions, using Black History Month and Finn to try to virtue signal when you know damn well John Boyega despised what they did to him. They shrunk his poster in China, for God's sake. Like, what are we talking about? You're trying to use that character to virtue signal on Black History Month? Really? Now you have these rumors swirling that Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian's on the back burner for him. If he even keeps doing it, it is the second most important thing to the Last of Us series. Last of Us takes priority for him. So a lot of me was wondering, is this like something that they wanted to happen to get the conversation shifted? Maybe they'll come out and say, oh, it's not happening. People are like, oh, good Disney. Because we know these people have short memories. I know there's a lot of people that forgot everything that Lucasfilm had done. And they got to Mandalorian and they got some fan service and they were happy with Star Wars. They were hopeful for Star Wars. You can like what you like, and I'm not telling anybody what to do. I have my issues with Mandalorian. There's great moments in it, but for the most part, I think the writing's terrible. I think it relies heavily on these appearances of your favorite characters to have you going, oh, nostalgia high. And after that, what have we seen from them? We've seen Star Wars The High Republic. We have seen all the authors of Star Wars The High Republic, well, 3 out of the 5, be absolute assholes on social media. The host of Star Wars The High Republic revealed to be absolutely hateful towards white people, and Star Wars stands by her. Gina Carano gets fired for her political opinion. Black History Month virtue signal failed. The Mandalorian in trouble. All of these things have happened in the past 2 months. And if this is real, holy shit, man. Now, Sarah Wilson, it should be noted she is a Reylo, a big Reylo, which may be one of the reasons that she, wanted to talk to Rian Johnson so bad. I'm not 100% sure. When you go to her timeline, you can see that there was a lot of talk about it. Not only from Rian Johnson, but also from Daisy Ridley. Don't know what she has in the works, if she's doing a book. No one knows at this point, but we do know that she did talk to them. And I did want to read one thing she said about Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley on social media. She says everyone makes her leaving a way bigger deal than it is because she doesn't feel negative about the people on there. To the contrary, everyone was wonderful when I was on social media. People were so nice. She said her interactions for the most part were just lovely, and it was a wonderful thing where people could come together. She thinks too much weight was given to the negative people. There's a group of wonderful people online that are just like fucking awesome. Pretty sure that means you guys. I asked Daisy if she would return. She said probably not. So there you have it. A little bit of Daisy Ridley news as well. And ironically, this person did wear Ben Solo Deserved Better t-shirt during her interview with Rian Johnson. And evidently Rian Johnson laughed about it. But the headline, of course, is going to be that Rian Johnson's trilogy is still on. This is Lucasfilm. This is Disney Star Wars. If you thought it was changing, if you thought it was different, I'm sorry that your hopes and dreams were shattered once again. But that's what Disney Star Wars is. It is an abusive ex who you think that they're going to change, and then you come back and you end up in the hospital again. That's the analogy, because that's essentially what it has been. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. This is coming from Rian Johnson. Again, it's not an official Lucasfilm statement, but the fact that he feels comfortable enough to continue to say that it is happening is a bad sign for any Star Wars fans that are left. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.